will kick it away to start us off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers to that.
From the gun, running back on the move. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Grab near the sticks. It's Gaines. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42. Great job by this quarterback to beat the blitz, and then the running back made it to the sticks.
Yeah, awesome job. You see a extra guy coming. The running back has not accounted for. Nice job getting it to him and letting him get the first down. Great job, great read.
The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for room. It's Gaines. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to scramble. Fires downfield. Finds a man on the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They say no thanks to that pass interference penalty, and they'll take the results of the play. Free yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. The sure hands, it's Peace. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Peace. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wolverines!
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Non-man receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Flowers. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Oh, you know what time it is, but the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They knock him down at the 40. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a 1st down.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Hansen. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
On the move, it's Gaines.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wideout. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. On the run, fires downfield. Complete on the comeback. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
In the red area, it's Scott. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. Not much of a decision to make there, as the defense will move them back. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Let's go. Tight end now in motion. Now the play fake. Dances away to buy time. A shot toward the end zone.
Oh, and this receiver with his speed, he's a guy you know this QB is going to look for, especially on these deep shots. You just can't overthrow him when he's that wide open. That's a huge missed opportunity.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
That's why, as a defense, it's so important to win early downs. You win 1st and 2nd down, you set up 3rd and long. Now you can pin your ears back and get after the QB.
Absolute shank. Missed it. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Quick release on the RPO.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Quick pass on the fly motion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Slam down again, and they tried to just grind out this first down in 2 straight plays. They have been denied. Fourth down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Don't even think about sending the special teams out on fourth down and 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
All right, that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
They missed a field goal on that last drive, but here on third down, they can't afford for this possession to come up empty. Moving out of the pocket. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Alabama opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's house and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Finds his man. It's Abrams.
Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Flowers. Throws to the tight end. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's third and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's cut.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Gators line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now. Just take it.
He's going for it all. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return.
And that's going to be a tough throw for the quarterback to make, right? He's right-handed. He's rolling to his left, and that throw is going way down the field. So he's not going to be able to get all the velocity he wants. He didn't have the accuracy either. And that's a bad combination, and that's a big part of why that ball was intercepted.
So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. Oh, he's got a chance. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
The throw. That pass is incomplete.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game that they were going to have success. They had to be efficient throwing the football. They have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. To the air, it's Flowers. He makes the catch. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the gun, give on the inside. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Quick catch on third down. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Gators! He'll try to tack on one more. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Scott. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Second down coming up. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Just keep slinging it. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Quarterback making adjustments. The toss sweep to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Well, the head coach told us in pregame he liked the way his defensive speed matched up, and it's really hard to get the edge against these guys.
Yeah, and everybody wants to run outside and get their fast guys in space, but you look at how fast these backers close and run to the football, it looks like you've got a little bit of space out wide, and then, boom, it's gone in a hurry.
Here they come, facing third and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And the defense getting a hand in there on third down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Was looking for more running room but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air, it's Flowers. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
From the gun, wants to pass. He wants to take the top off. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Gators will have it 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll move the tight end. Keeps it on the bootleg. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Flowers. Fires to the right. It's caught. Touchdown, Florida! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
A really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance, excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to throw on 1st down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
Steps away to find some room. At the 35, he's loose. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
He wants to change this route. Looking downfield on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And that is exactly what this offense needed to have happen. They had to come up with a big drive with a big touchdown here at the end of the quarter. That's going to help their confidence. They've now got the lead heading into halftime.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They start this third quarter, one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
The Gators can really attack on this second and short. Quick release by the QB. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
Back to throw, it's Flowers. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Here's the handoff. Bulldozes his way through. Touchdown, Gator! They take the lead with the 6. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here comes the Michigan offense. They'll try the left side. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Maddox.
Guys in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
The Wolverines come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. There he goes. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And man, that play looked a little bit too easy. 4th down, big situation. You got to get up on these receivers and make it difficult. He gets the football right away, gets all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Jacksonville State overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from home, these Gamecocks gotta be thrilled. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. used the play fake. Now to throw. Gonna let it fly. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Making side adjustments here. Gives it to the back on the draw. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Hansen. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Scott. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
And the Wolverines are flying down the field. To the air on first down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Got room to work. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
The offense just continues to matriculate the ball downfield, and they're finding a lot of different ways to generate these first downs. They do it right there on the quarterback sneak.
The Wolverines pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Pressure's there and he gets rid of it. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it and it'll be second down.
A really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
Leaves it with the running back. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
A first down run on the doorstep. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third. Time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Second down, they'll go to the air. Big guy smells it. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Nice job by the defense forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Still some work to do here on third and goal from the 3. He might want another play. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments.
Other scores from around the country. Slippery Rock, 28. Edinburgh, 23.
And they'll try it again after getting nothing on second down. It's third and goal from the 3. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll look to throw on third and goal. Touchdown, Michigan! Fit it in the window for the score.
And both sides of the ball late in the football game coming together. Defense forces the turnover. Offense punches it in. 2-possession lead in this fourth quarter.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Just gets rid of it before the heat. Laundry down on the field as the pass is incomplete, but let's see what the penalty is. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Get it out on the screen. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. The give as they work on that clock.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles. Tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Out of the gun to give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Let's go. Trying play action. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Touchdown Wolverines! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. They add on to this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0.
I gotta say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Flowers. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Looking for space, it's Denson. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Motion from the back. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
And they take a knee on 4th down, having inflicted enough damage, and that ought to do it. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And, guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Running behind that left side. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming.
Now, 4th down.
And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Quarterback has to have command in those situations. You cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
Handoff from the gun. Hard running there.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time, and you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air, or you've got to be more physical up front.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. this. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
That's caught. It's Singleton. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.